It is Tuesday, December 1st of 2020. Finally, thank the Lord, we are in the last month of this year. That makes me so happy, though that's what I won't be talking about that today on Guy's Daily Drive. Bam! And good morning to everyone out there in Facebook land live. And eventually, this will be over in the YouTubes, and it will be over on vertshark.com, because that's how I roll. Oh, speaking of which, tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be open mic night at Mac Voices over on Facebook. That's where Chuck Joyner does just gets together a bunch of people, and was foolish enough to allow me in. And it's always a fun group to listen to. There's lots of it's like no agenda. People just go on and talk about whatever crazy crap that's going in through their heads, which is, that's just my kind of show. It really is. But before I get too off topic and distracted, because that never happens, let's talk about Thanksgiving. Now, this Thanksgiving for a lot of people was very difficult, depending on where you live, because there were lots of restrictions put on gatherings, and in some cases, Maryland, in some cases there were actual hotlines set up so that you could report if your neighbors, or some business had people gathered in a way that you felt was insufficient due to current conditions. Now, I wear a mask because that's what you should be doing right now, and it's not only to protect yourself, which it does, it's also to protect others. So, that's what I do. Other people feel differently. And I don't, I'm kind of the mindset that people, short of doing harm to others, which I guess in some people's minds this would qualify, should be allowed to do what it is they want to do. And I guess my main problem with all the restrictions being put on is that it seems to be kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Selective. So, you can't go to church. That's bad because you're in close contact with other people. But you can go out and protest in groups of thousands. And regardless of whether you're on the right or whether you're on the left, there's been a lot of protest peoples. Most of them not practicing social distancing, and for the most part, government and law enforcement mostly just kind of turn a blind eye. So, and it's the same thing with like family gatherings. You're going to have people. Wow, you're going to have people call in and report family gatherings but you're okay with other types of gatherings. I don't know. It's just it's not a good thing, and I just don't understand the mindset that one is okay because of individual reasons, while the other one is not okay because of individual reasons. You know, if you're gonna apply something like this, then you apply it across the board, and you enforce it across the board. And if you don't enforce it across the board, then you know you're just not doing your job, if that's what you want to have happen. So Thanksgiving, which I keep getting off of, it was actually very nice. We, as I said yesterday, I went down and I got Guy, brought him back up, and we went to Peter's house, my other son Peter's house, Tuesday, and we practiced social distancing, and we wore masks, and we ate at 3 separate tables. There was a table for Tracy and me, there was a table for Peter and Liza, and there was a table for Guy. And it was just weird, you know, but okay. That's how things were going to be. And I did a turkey breast, because I had this recipe for slow cooking in a crock pot, a turkey breast. So when I went to the supermarket to get it, all they had were like these butterball in a bag turkey breasts, and what I didn't realize was there was like a whole procedure to use this thing outside of what I wanted to do. So after I got it thawed out and got started on it on Thanksgiving morning, it was like, wait a second, what is this? It's in this bag, and it was kind of like, damn it, this isn't really set up for what I want to do, but I wanted to do it the way I wanted to do it. So took it out of the bag, put it in the crock pot, did the onions, did the celery for the bottom, and added the juices that I was going to use and all the seasonings. And it was really, really good, but it came with its own seasonings, and it came with its own gravy. So after it was done, I made up the gravy according to the recipe, and then I ended up adding the gravy in the bag that came with the turkey breast, which is part of the reason why we had so much gravy when we were at Peter and Liza's. And so we made, we brought a turkey, and I brought a pumpkin loaf. I have a delicious recipe for pumpkin loaf, and if anybody wants it, get a hold of me in the ways I'll talk about in just a little bit. Though I did post the recipe on Facebook. I can find it and post it again. But so far I've made it 3 times, and each time it has been delicious, and it's almost no fail if you just follow the directions. I'm not the world's greatest baker, and it comes out delicious each and every time I've made it so far. And Peter and Liza they made a pork roast, which in hindsight, either the turkey breast or that pork roast probably would have been enough for the 5 of us. And they made green bean casserole, and they made stuffing. And Liza made a tart, and she made a pumpkin pie. What else? There was so much delicious food. It was really, really good. And when we left, we had a bunch of leftovers. And we ended up, when I took Guy back to Richmond, he took all the leftovers because his girlfriend wasn't able to join us. And kind of too bad, because I like Thanksgiving Day leftovers. But okay. It's still, they were going to get eaten, and that's the part that really mattered. There wasn't going to be any waste. So it was all good fun. We played some Jackbox games afterwards, which is always fun. And it was a good time was had by all. So it was a wonderful, wonderful little trip, and we were as responsible as you could possibly be under these kinds of circumstances, short of having Thanksgiving dinner over a Zoom call or some kind of nonsense like that. Anyway, that is going to do it for me today. Thank you all for watching. If you'd like to get a hold of me, you can send me an email, guy@mymac.com. You can find me on the Twitters, twitter.com/MacParrot, twitter.com/VertShark. VertShark.com is the website, and VertShark is the playlist over there on the YouTubes. So those are all different ways you can see my content. You can, because besides for Guys Daily Drive, I also do the MyMac.com podcast practically every weekend for the last 12 years, almost 12 years, with Gazmaz, as well as the Mac to the Future live cast that I do on Wednesday nights with Warren Sklar and, oh God, what is wrong with me? David, I cannot believe I'm blanking here. God, I'm getting old. With Warren and David Ginsburg. What the hell's wrong with me? I've been talking to this guy every single week, sometimes on a daily basis. And all of a sudden it's like, I can't remember his name. So stupid. Anyway, I almost forgot. If you go over to VertShark, the VertShark playlist on YouTube, so make sure that you like, share, subscribe. Did you miss it the first time? Like, share, subscribe. Okay, that will do it. Thanks again for watching and or listening to Guys Daily Drive, and I will see you. Get around this corner, not die, because that's important. I will see you next time, right here. Bye bye.